See how much of cardio it is? I need a pit crew. Like NASCAR does it when they do it in like 30 seconds. You know when the bun is up, I've had a day. All right, let me go get my friends.
Got it.
Take that, broken rib. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Bodybuilding is so different in terms of I could go to the gym and train to failure every day. With powerlifting, it is not that way. There's some days I have to come in and hit 60% and that is it. I cannot do more than that. So that's been driving me a little loca in my head. I am seeing it reap the benefits in rewards of recovery, making sure my strength does come back in full swing. So being patient is important in bodybuilding, and I'm finding even more important in powerlifting. What's up guys, IFBB Pro, man, Almodovar. We are here at Brick House Gym in Denton in Texas. This is my home gym. As you guys have seen, followed or not, I am unsure, but I have transitioned from bodybuilding into powerlifting. It has been an awesome space, learning a lot of new things, have been some, recovering some injuries here and there, but it's been a good process. So today we're gonna be doing a bunch of squats. I am in prep right now for my meets coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. As always, repping Animal, Gasp, and Better Body, so use my codes, Nick behind the lens, and yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Texas Power Bar. Different than bodybuilding is powerlifting, where there's literally differences in the bars and all the things. So depending on what federation you are competing in, it really does matter on the bar. Some do a deadlift bar, some do a power bar. So I just competed in a meet, which was Powerlifting America. Ow! Ow! It was mostly power bar, whereas now I'm going to Powerlifting United, and they have a squat bar for squats, a deadlift bar for deadlifts, and a power bar for bench. So everything moves a little differently. The pop will be different, the bend will be different, the gnarling is gonna be different. So this is, yeah, it's extremely thick. The gnarling is very gritty, which I like a lot. It stays right on the traps in the back, which is nice. I do chalk up still, so there's no slips, but it's a lot more comfortable for me than a power bar, but it is longer and heavier. My warm-up, a 5-3-2-1. So we're going singles, so I don't want to fatigue anything too crazy before I hit my top single. Right now, again, it's just 8.5 RPE. I'm not going full throttle. 355 pounds is what I'm working up to today, just for one. It should not be excruciating pain or struggle. It should just be a nice clean rep. And then I'm gonna back down with some doubles and then jump into some SSB with a different bar. So lots of squats to start, and then some leg accessories after, leg curl, split squats, things like that, which I enjoy after a long squat session. It feels nice to go back to my roots and get some hypertrophy in there, so. Perfect, thank you. The biggest thing for me on this is not overhinging, because my lower back is already rounded, as is, it's already like out. So I have to make sure, most powerlifters, right, you get your feet set, and then they want to hinge to open up the hips and really be able to shoot them. Sometimes I can overhinge and almost RDL in a way, and then I get myself stuck. So I've been working on being less dramatic with that hinge and kind of making sure the squat pattern is up and down. There we go. Shoot back. All right, let me go get my friends. Whenever you guys have a second, can I have eyeballs for one? So this is my pit crew. These are my buddies who come to save me when I die and fail squats. Yeah, just one. Unless I die, just look pretty. that broken rib. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Well,
I got my Instagram for it.
he has the best shirts, dude. He has the best shirts. Yay. I'm just glad I can touch a barbell. 2 days, no, not 2 days ago. What is today, Tuesday, Wednesday? It's Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. It's Wednesday. Saturday, I was literally on my back in bed all day. I could not cough, hiccup, sneeze without like excruciating pain. So glory to God for healing, and for me being able to even touch a barbell today is awesome. So I could go up here. I'm doing a 2x2. However, I'm not trying to risk it like crazy with my rib popping out. So we're gonna keep the rib in the body today. Maybe tomorrow I'll try again, but I'm gonna stay at the lower cusp of this RPE. It's not supposed to be to failure right now again. Still working my strength up that way, but I could go up another 5-10 pounds if it was a strong day for me. But with the discomfort, I'm not gonna risk it. So playing it safe is far smarter than trying to ego lift and take control of the barbell. Right now, I'm just kind of working my sets. All right. See, this is why I'm glad I stayed at the lower cusp. Okay, regular barbell is done. I have a tendency to lose pressure. I'm not supposed to be too much on my heels, too much on my toes. And with bodybuilding, right, like you're either doing toe elevated squats or making sure you're staying on your heels. So I'm so used to feeling that pressure in one of the points when I should feel the pressure in the middle of the foot and really meet the bar in the center. So a lot of that is me unworking 10 years of bodybuilding training and getting used to different cues now. So this weight isn't crazy heavy for me, but it could be extremely heavy if I'm fighting against my own body and the technique. So this right now I'm working SSB without hands. So obviously you can see the handles here to stabilize yourself, make sure you're locked in. Right now he wants me going no hands because we're really working on my upper body tension staying strong. A lot of people think the squat is just the legs, and it is not. It is tension literally from your head to your toes, making sure that your back is stabilized enough to keep you in a proper range of motion to get that squat up. So surprisingly, my no hands SSB has felt more confident than my barbell. So we'll see how it runs today. So that's the whole point, is really to work the fact that you really feel like you're falling forward. So you have to stabilize with your back. Yeah, failing this is not fun. I did for the other day for the first time. And I just had a conversation with my friend of, if I fail this, like, how do I dump it? You know what I mean? Because of the arms and everything, especially no hands, I'm not even on it already. And he was like, just dump it. And of course, on my last rep of the next set, I had to dump 285 off my back. I made it out clean, so that was good. But I just turned around and my friends were like, it's like, I didn't want to bother you. To not want to do it. So this is where old Amanda would probably be on the floor with like a blown out back, because I would have done it anyways. But somewhat matured Amanda knows that I don't want to be in a hospital bed next week instead of under a barbell again. So I will take it. I'll take the 1x1, the 2x2, working it back. Again, this is the first time I'm touching a barbell since that happening. So right now it's not excruciating pain, but I do feel some sort of inflammation and aggravation. So as far as loading literally the entire rib cage and my back stabilizing here, I can't just pinpoint one area. The entire thing is moving as a piece. So for me, I'm gonna scrap this for today. Not so much scrap, but move on to the next piece because I know that it's gonna conserve me a lot better. This is a new piece I rarely ever use in bodybuilding, honestly. I did a lot of dumbbell RDLs or barbell RDLs, but I did not do much hyperextension. So I know there's a lot of bodybuilders that do use it for the glute and hammy tie-in, which is awesome. For me, obviously, this is to strengthen my posterior chain, most specifically my lower back and my glutes, obviously, to make sure my deadlift is strong, my squat is strong as far as stabilizing muscles. So it's not for an aesthetic, it's more so for a functionality, which is pretty interesting to do this for that. So I'm setting it on the mini but mighty setting. No, they do not have Soulja Boy on right now. No, they do not. Do not make me do it.
You know the dance?
Yeah, I know the dance. Do you not? It's the best dance. That girl is doing the Soulja Boy over there. She wants me to dance battle her right now. Half a rib, but I'll dance battle. I don't care. I'll tear a whole hamstring doing it. I don't care. So on this, the goal is to lock in my hips and make sure I'm really driving from my glutes and my hamstrings. So I want my hips to be hanging off a little bit from the padding to get more of an RDL motion. So yeah, I'm mimicking an RDL as if I was doing it with dumbbells, but the gravity obviously is pushing you forward. That obviously was just me testing it out. Now I kind of add weight to it.
Soulja Boy, I'm in it. Why me crack it? Why me roll? Why me crack that Soulja Boy? That Superman? That now why me crack that Soulja? Now why me?
I'll tell you what, I thought that my appetite was gonna be like gnarly because I'm lifting heavier, but it actually is the opposite. My appetite has not been up there. So it's a lot of force feeding, honestly. Calories are similar to what they were in my off season when I was doing figure. I wanna say like honestly a little bit less than I was in off seasons. I think that a lot of it has to do with obviously it's a lot more taxing on the CNS. So I've heard that a lot of people will kind of lose their appetite in a way. So I'm working through that, but I'm trying to make sure I'm eating enough to fuel lifts and ligaments. Joel is the owner. Super awesome. Him and his wife, they've been getting a lot of new pieces in, which is really cool. Good old Reliable. I missed the seated leg curl for a while. He had me doing lying ones for a while, and then they had us seated here, but it was just because I'm so tiny. I know you short people understand this, that to get it in the actual placement we need, it takes about an hour and a half, and then it still doesn't feel good. So this one is actually lovely. It fixes me right in the place. And they got the medium setting. I personally always like doing one set just to feel out the attachment, feel out the range of motion, make sure contractions are good, and then rock with some working sets. But this feels actually surprisingly great. All right, that was 1 of 3. Up, up. Like I said, the goal was front foot elevated split squats with dumbbells. But that right now, to try and stabilize and really like hold the dumbbell on this side is, I was kind of already feeling it with the hyperextensions and the RDLs. So today was kind of a trial run with getting back in here and doing something other than light arms. So I'm not going to overdo it. Do not let me leave without us getting a picture. We need it. Am I loving it? Yeah. So honestly, I love it just because I was strong in bodybuilding. A lot of times people are like, you are a very strong bodybuilder. Because obviously strength is important, but it's not everything, right? There's people who are not as strong as other bodybuilders and they win shows, right? It's about aesthetics, it's about look, illusion, all of the things. So the reason why I stepped into powerlifting, originally I was actually thinking about boxing for a minute, and then I was like, honestly, I'm not trying to get a concussion, and then, you know, trying to be a mom one day, so I'm not trying to have anything up here wrong. So I was like, what can I do to bring my strength into a new sport? And kind of powerlifting was that, being I've already squatted, deadlifted, you know, benched, I've done it before. It's actually where I wanted to start in the beginning. It's actually where I did start. And then over time, when I was playing college softball, my coach was like, well, we don't want you getting hurt. Switch to something else that you're not gonna get hurt in. And so that's kind of where I took the aesthetic route. So it's kind of cool going back full circle to where I began and just testing numbers and strength. Up. All right, guys, that is a wrap on a squat day, squat and a couple accessories. Like I said, just coming off a pretty intense injury that I did not expect. So kind of just taking things as they go. Honestly, have to walk away with the pros of the fact that I even had a barbell on my back today. So that is a blessing. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I could not have said that I was confident that I'd be able to do that. So happy to be filming again. Nick and I hopefully will be creating more as we lead up into the prep. Obviously, as always, support Gasp and Better Bodies, as well as Animal. We have some new protein coming out, new sweatsuits, new apparel, literally all the things. So make sure you guys follow Gasp and Better Bodies page for YouTube, follow Nick and I, and stay tuned for more on the videos. Hopefully I don't look like too much of a mess, but that's okay.